My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Monster Train. Also to, video game. What do we do? What do we do, when do we do it, how do we do it, and why? Hellhorned, we have the second leader. Stygian, we have the second leader. And Melting Remnant, we have the second leader. I feel obliged to pick one of those as my lead. You know what? Imps. Imp me up. We have the Shartail Queen. Obviously, as all of the champions are, 0 Ember. Although, the rest of it varies. 2 size, has 10/10 in stats. In my dreams, I see a demon more powerful than any of the Hellhorned. One with a sharded tail and command over all imps. Did she save the Hellhorned from total destruction? This forgotten queen? And the queen's implings. 1 mana, 1 size, summon, deal 16 damage to the front enemy unit. Imp. Who should I pair you with, though? I mean, I do like the idea of imps and whelps working together, but they don't really overlap very effectively, it doesn't seem like to me. I could use Banished if I want to have a little bit more control of positioning, as well as using armor for, or Valor for armor. Yeah, I'm thinking that sounds good to me. Let's depart. And of course a random Pyre Heart, so we'll be shocked when it gives us Proto Heart Cage. Oh, Urzel's Horde, that's a good one. Gain 4 deployable Ember. Deployable upgrades are 50% cheaper. We also have 2 copies of a Molting Imp, additional imps for the start deck, great. On summon, they deal 8 damage to enemy units, so that's AoE, very importantly. 2 copies of Penitent's Bloodsuit, and equipment we can put onto enemies, and then when they move, they take 30 damage. And Steadfast Crusader, 1 Ember, 2 size, ability Slam, deals double. It's double? No. It's health and armor in damage to the front enemy unit. Also, because I did not check this last time and then got bodied by the Seraph, still won the run, lost to the Titans, but the Seraph certainly took away much more of my HP than I was prepared for. Harbinger of Entropy. Enchants with Sap and gives Curse of Entropy to your deck unresolved. Okay, that's not that much of a problem. Right. Arkion, so I'm going to have a 3-floor strategy by the time I get there, and Kale is giving spikes. Should not be too much of a problem. I really want to see what I can do with my champion. First? I mean, no matter which of these gives me a benefit for imps, I'll take it, because I've already started with 2 additional imps in the deck. That sounds good to me. Well, I guess both of these. Imp Parade. Shartail Queen, on resolve, add a Queen's Impling to your hand, and imp units cost 1 less on this floor. Then there's also the Imperialist. Action triggers at the start of this unit's turn, kill all imp units, then deal 20 damage per imp to enemy units, so it does AoE damage. Because we already have the Molten Imps for AoE damage, I'm more keen on going for Imp Parade here. Also, it's going to save us a lot of mana. That's the, I can't, this is an incredible start. Ashes of the Fallen, this is exactly what you want to see when you're trying to do some sort of a imp build. Summon triggers an additional time. Might as well take this one straight to the champions. Sorry, the Titans. This one's done. Clock it. Shartail Queen on the top floor. Yeah. Seems like a plan to me, and then I'm hoping for a Molting Imp, of course. Something like this would help a lot if I got one. Sure, Steadfast. Feel free to hit one. So basically, what's the game plan here? How does this turn into a win for us? I think it's through literally just playing enough Queen's Implings on the boss that we just destroy them with the imps. Penitent's Bloodsuit could certainly help out, of course. Getting some Valor on the Shantae Queen also seems worth my while. Perfect. Actually, before I do that, hang on. I'll get some additional Valor. There you go. Oh boy. We're doing okay on that top line, but we don't have any permanent scaling, so this is very much just going to be how many Queen's Implings I play directly in front of Astrael, and oh, that's actually going to be really difficult. Hang on. Well, I mean, that goes there, obviously. Good kills. I'm going to put Penitent Bloodsuit on you and then move you to the back, revealing the ominous Acolyte to damage. I'm also going to reveal this Acolyte to damage as well. Make him just a little easy to kill. Oh boy. He moved and took some damage for it. Awkward. I think we survived this, but not by a lot. Oh boy. Actually, we're completely fine. You can't lose an Ashes of the Fallen start. Not yet. It hasn't even had time to grow. Let's get a little bit more scaling for defense, maybe, with a Fortify. Actually, Hornbreak's also a good way to take out specific units. Oh, Hidden Passage is also great, too. Give me Fortify to start with. Cleave, deal damage equal to... deal damage to enemy units equal to the damage of the front friendly units. Windblade for on shift, gain Valor 1. On resolve, trigger shift. I mean, realistically, I'm probably going to have a line that has some banished units in it. And they often benefit from this Windblade a lot. Merchant of Steel banished. Hellhorned Merchant of Magic. Yeah, it's definitely Merchant of Steel. Obviously, additional health with the Steadfast Crusader is huge. Additional, like, Endless and things like that for the Molting Imps, obviously really, really good. And the banished unit could even be relevant. We got Endless. Hell yeah. Oh! Upgrade a unit to gain Dualism. Battle Dancer. Dualism on shift. Gain Valor 6. We also have the Blade for you already. And then... Molting Imp. Gain Endless, so I can play you every single turn. Then additional health. Steadfast Crusader, and that turns into additional damage for you as well. Rage? Rage 10? It's not bad. I'll save the money on this one. That was an incredible shot. Mind Muddler. Draw one less card each turn. Okay, that's fine. I generate an imp every turn, so that kind of offsets that already. I am looking up to, or looking to set up on the bottom line, ideally. I want you to have as many space for imps as possible. This for whittling down another unit. Whittling down another unit at this point? No, you go on the top line. There we go. Oh, hell yeah. Get a Molten Imp. And honestly, this is a great opportunity for me to get rid of the Calcified Ember here. Oh god, that's 16 twice. Ooh, wait. Oh boy, I need to figure something out here. I think one of them is going to be just causing the energizing flautist to the front so that I can just take that unit out. I can totally just move you to the front as well and then throw this down there. Yeah, that's completely fine. Oh, hell, we even push 14 damage to the backliner. We just don't get as much Valor on the Battle Dancer as I would want, but the Windblade is going to come out of the deck soon. It'll take care of all of that. I kind of do want to get one copy of Penitent Bloodsuit out of the deck. Yeah, really unfortunate to have still not drawn the Windblade, so I'm never really going to get to trigger it on Battle Dancer. I also still haven't drawn my Endless Molting Imp, which, you know, I wanted. Oh, I did want that one, actually. I'm going to get you some armor on Valor here by the end of this turn. Especially because this enemy has spikes. Oof. Yeah. I'd love to play more units, but my lines are full, you see. So. I have to hit it like 3 times? Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, yikes. Well, to help up. On summon, apply armor 20 to the front friendly unit. The safety that provides us. Just the pure safety of it. There's also Fledgling Imp, summon and apply rage 5 to friendly units. That is a lot of rage. If I have enough health, though, I can push through pretty much anything. Another copy of Penitent Bloodsuit, certainly not necessary. Rising Rage, Ascend, then Advance. I mean, pushing an enemy unit very far out of line with that, pretty good. I could start using imps from the bottom line, sending them up to then chump block for a different line, and because it ascends to the bottom, back of the next line, so bottom line, Shadowtail Queen with a bunch of imps, right? Next line up has the Battle Dancer. You ascend an imp from Shadowtail Queen's floor. It goes to the back of the Battle Dancer floors. Then it advances, triggering shift on the Battle Dancer. Rising Rage is actually sick here. Merchant of Arms. I do have to admit, there is a lot of appeal right now in going for Merchant of Arms. I do want some additional Pyre health, that's part of it. But also getting the Wind Blade and just having that equipped to the Battle Dancer at the start of the fight is huge. Shield of Wing. Deal damage equal to attackers, this unit's health. It's fine, but it's nothing to write home about. Windblade in the opening hand. Obviously, there's Cursed Windblade as well. Cursed Windblade and then merging it, but this cost is prohibitively high at the moment. Let's check out the event. Ah, the Historian. I'm absolutely not giving you the Ashes of the Fallen. Get the hell out of here, buddy. Historian's Razor. Friendly units get plus 10 damage in general, but -1 for every non-boss artifact you own. I'm not going to earn a lot of money in this run. I'll take that. If I don't earn a lot of money, I'm obviously not going to be buying a lot of relics. Oh, right. Battle Dancer and Steadfast should go on the same line as well. Because the Slam is good for the... Yeah. Penitent Bloodsuit on turn 1? Or I could burn out a Calcified Ember. Penitent Bloodsuit for Arkion on turn 1 is huge, but getting rid of a Calcified Ember, especially because there's a second copy of the Penitent's Bloodsuit in the deck, and it's only ever going to want to go on Arkion. So what, I got like 3 more turns likely until I draw it? Seems better this way. I mean, as soon as I put down the Welter Helmet, everyone's going to be perfectly defended, but do I want that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I drop Queen's Impling at this point, the entire line gets cleared, except Shardtail Queen. That's good. Give you some additional armor to make sure you survive. Yeah, now I can take out Flagellant. Next line becomes Ominous Acolyte and the Savage Spearman. Steadfast Crusader immediately charges, causing the Battle Dancer to shift. Yeah, this is all looking good to us. I'm going to throw the Welder Helper on this line first. No, do I do it first? I kind of want the armor to be on Steadfast Crusader, but you only get the armor if you're in the front line, and you only benefit from the armor if you still haven't used your ability that moves you to the front line. Honestly, I think it's completely fine to do it that way. Yeah, just throw 2 Queen Simplings on the bottom line. That'll do it. And then... Oh, I even got to sacrifice the Welder Helmet. That's important. And getting the Battle Dancer to end the turn in the front line is also really important, because then I can heal back up to my Valor stacks in armor. Perfect. I kind of want to, like, 0 cost the Rising Rage and give it Spell Chain and then duplicate it a couple of times. Like, I kind of really like the idea of using that to clear out the imps from this bottom line after I'm done with them. Oh, we're even going to get to do it this turn. There There's your damage to blood suit. We have no units on the floor. Oh, that's a bit annoying. I think maybe I need to address that. Because that's 5 damage directly to the pyre at the end of this resolve. Oh no, but every floor at the end that you go up is also going to be 5 damage to me. No, wait, you stop doing that at the restless phase, don't you? For some reason. So it's actually fine to leave you there? Get our Battle Dancer at the very front. Molten Imp on the bottom line. Get rid of that Vengeful Shard. Molten Imp dies, comes back to hand. Welcome, Arkion. Wow, 1 health left on the Shard's Hell Queen at the end of this operation. That's a lot less than I thought that was gonna be. That's okay, so the next round is literally just throw imps at Arkion for a bit. I can do that. This top line is absolutely gonna kill. Yeah, it does not have the deal 5 damage directly to the pyre at the end of turn thing anymore. Good to see. I mean, I could overstack the next floor up if I really wanted to, using Rising Rage. Doesn't seem necessary. Actually, hang on. I can probably deal a little bit more damage to the boss if I play the Molting Imp first. Send them up and then to the front. Arkion keeps trying to ascend, just taking damage the whole time. Beautiful. First off, 94 damage immediately. And then it got worse. Ooh, I would love a Pyre Chomper or a Transcendent. Damn. Sanctuary. 3 mana consume, apply damage shield 2 to friendly units. Not bad. It turns the Shartel's line into, like, insane chump blocks. Spike the Hellhorn, X cost, applies 3x rage, 3x armor. I always like the idea of getting this, especially when you have Ashes of the Fallen, because a single Pyre Chomper gives you 8 energy. And Tome of the Lost Path. 1 Ember, consume, apply ability Flight to a friendly unit. That's pretty cool. I will take the Spike of the Hellhorn for exactly the reason I mentioned. Battle Dancer, Firebrand, or Steelworker? Which of you do I trust? Steelworker standing behind the Steadfast Crusader would be a pretty sick line. That could be my top line, and then Battle Dancer's my middle line. At a certain point, the wrong choice here will be Ember. Right now, the right choice here is probably Ember. I'm going to try and avoid having to take Ember until eventually I end up with a way to nullify needing it. 2 additional capacity. That's pretty good, specifically for the Shartail Queen. Just gives her the ability to put more imps on her floor per turn. Possibly even another unit to defend her as well as her imps. Obviously, draw is really good with the amount of things that become 0 costed in our deck, getting faster to the Molting Imps as well. The Just Causes are good, so are the Queen's Implings, so there's not really that much like chaff in this deck to cut out. Like, obviously the Spear Stewards, but that's pretty much everyone. We're in a unique position where we don't actually need additional deployable Ember, really. So it's definitely Heaven's Light or Limbo Solace. Final. Mad about it. Merchant of Trinkets, Celestial Alcove, Pyramanes. I mean, the most impactful upgrades that I can get from the Merchant of Steel at this point. What? Multi-Strike, obviously, as always, and some additional health for the Steadfast Crusader. It's not particularly huge. Merchant of Trinkets obviously could literally give me an imp every single turn. And that's pretty huge. First off, let's check out Lightforge. Imp Parade number 2. On resolve, add a fledgling imp to your hand. So instead of the Queen's Impling, which deals 16 damage to the front enemy unit, we have the fledgling imp dealing 5 rage to all friendly units. Obviously, doubling that. And then Imperialist. We could take that line, giving us the ability to slay our own imps on turn start for AoE damage to the enemies. I'll take the scaling damage from the Shartail. Merchant of Trinkets. Wing Clippings, 50% chance to discard instead of consuming. Cleansing Water, 50% chance to remove buffs from enemy units. And Jack Strips, 3 piercing damage to enemy units when they move between floors. Honestly, none of these are very impressive, and there are a lot of very impressive relics for an imp build that already has Ashes of the Fallen, so I'm going to reroll here. Interesting. Titan's Edict, Valor grants an additional armor per stack. Certainly good. Certainly good enough with Battle Dancer having their own line. Literally just doubles their defense. Breath of Heaven, advance the enemy unit when it enters the train on the back. And then Lightstone Casing. Spells gain an extra upgrade slot. An extra upgrade slot is pretty huge for spells, but there's not that many spells that I really care about in this run just yet. A little bit of a whiff there, if I'm honest. But that's okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. Dominating Authority, summon. When summoned, spawn a random friendly unit from the deck. By the way, this summon summons an additional time. I mean, obviously, I could put this on a unit that's in my opening hand, but I do think it probably goes on a Multi-Imp, right? And then we dupe that endless summon Multi-Imp. That seems the play. Thank you, Dominion. Oh, that's gonna cost me an Ember every other hand. Every so often. I'm fine against the incant enemy here. The worst case scenario is if I don't draw any AoE near the opening. So Shartail Queen, you do want to resolve on the bottom line, I believe. I think you probably want a Steel Worker to help keep you alive at this point, if I'm honest. So I will run the next line as Steadfast and Battle Dancer, leaving just 2 Shield Stewards from top. Great. So, Molting Imp, that's enough to take out that top line. Then that'll do. I think that's about as good as we could have wanted to resolve that on the turn one. We managed to clear all of the enemies that invaded the train at the very start, as well as preventing their corruption from hitting our units that stay on the train by way of sacrificial imps. Excellent. Steadfast Crusader, you can charge forward, both taking out an enemy and triggering additional valor for your buddy. I'm gonna reveal your sniper so that you can't just push through all of my minions and kill my Steelworker. Steelworker really does need to survive, actually. Spear Steward, not so much. I'm gonna use that as a sacrificial unit to save some health on the Steadfast Crusader on that same line, especially considering the Steadfast Crusader's damage is directly related to their health and armor. At least the damage from their ability. There we go. That's the Molten Imp I'm looking for. I think the only things it can summon, yeah, currently are small units. So I will play it first, then the Fledgling Imp to buff all of the units. Oh no, that's right, it double summons. Forgot about that. Oops. Oops. I'll overstack the floor by playing the Fledgling Imp first, is what I meant to mean. So this is so cool. So it double summons, summoning two imps that have summoning abilities that then both double trigger. So it also causes 32 damage to the front enemy unit, as well as gains 40 armor for itself. So insane. There we go. Sorted out some additional valve for the next floor. I'm going to hold on to the Spike of the Hellhorn. We push through all the way to the Collector, gain some additional money. We've solved the health problems we had earlier in the run. Oh, damn. Dominion's... Wait, hang on. I was about to say Dominion's Eye is preventing me from playing the Calcified Ember, but it doesn't increase the cost of that. Also, I can't play Fledgling Imp this turn anyway, because I don't have space for it. So yeah, there goes the Calcified Ember. They do a good amount of damage to my Molting Imp, but honestly not enough. I need to dupe that Molten Imp something fierce. It is the most important unit in my deck. It double AoE clears the enemies and then double summons other units that have sick effects as well. Hard not to feel like that unit's pretty much the MVP right now. I'm gonna use Rising Advance to get rid of one of these units. And then I'm gonna summon a Molting Imp in the front. In the front? No. Middle. That seemed pretty impactful. Then this next floor up, I'm going to make sure that the Battle Dancer is in the front line with its additional Valor, so that it actually gains 184 armor. And then I think I'll be covered. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good. Yep. Yep, I just need to remove cards from the deck that are not that Multi-Imp, add cards to the deck that are that Multi-Imp. God forbid one of those Multi-Imps summons one of those Multi-Imps, doubling the effect again. Branding Right, Piercing, deal 5 damage, apply armor 20. Admittedly, that's actually possibly important to kill my own Multi-Imps with. March of Shields, advance, apply armor 12. How important would Branding Right be for other characters? Steadfast Crusader would certainly utilize it. It double stacks pretty effectively. March of Shields is significantly better if I'm using the Steadfast Crusader and the Battle Dancer on the same floor. Okay, March of Shields, actually. Hunk Shredder, enchant the units on that floor with Trample. That's huge. So's Lead Songbird, though. 1 Ember, 1 Size. Hymnist. Valor on friendly units adds an additional damage per stack. Lot of damage with Battle Dancer if we summon that. I think enchant with Trample is probably more important first. But also, I don't really think it's important, if I'm entirely honest with you. I think I'm actually better served by not taking it. No. 1 copy. 1 copy can't kill me. Hellhunt Banner, Hassles. Ooh, this one has Unstable Vortex for double removal. Gotta go there. Oh my god. Karmic Sensor. Shift triggers an additional time. Shift is obviously the Battle Dancer's Valor gaining mechanism. Rerolling here doesn't give me the ability to buy anything else. There's also Scorching Restraints, friendly units enter with Rage 3, as well as the Skysong Trumpet. Summoning a Hymnist applies Valor 5 to friendly units. We'll check out the Armory. Whoa! All of Mirrors. -2 capacity. Create a copy on of friendly units on summon. Ashes of the Fallen doesn't double that, right? Because this says summon, and summon triggers when played. Summon triggers an additional time on summon. Does this count as a summon trigger for the sake of Ashes of the Fallen? Would I get 3 units if I did that? Also, would I want 3 units? I think Hall of Mirrors on the same floor as the Battle Dancer, and then summoning 2 of them, and then just shifting them back and forth sounds incredible. I'm going to take this opportunity to remove both the Spear Stewards, and then I'm also just going to pay for as many removals as I need, which is to say as many as I can get. Realistically, the Shield Stewards are not relevant. And I should remove them. God, I really, really, really want to thin this deck down, despite the fact that also there's barely anything in here. I feel like having access to 2 different AoEs right now is pretty important. You know what? One of the Penitent's Blood Suits certainly doesn't need to be in here. A Penitent Pressstone is spawned on each floor. That is... how many spawn spikes of 4? That's not a problem at all. I certainly want the money from it as well. So yeah, Battle Dancer with Windblade. Shardtail with Steelworker did feel correct, just as supporting the health down here. Oh, we got a Molting Imp on the first turn. Insane. It's the Molting Imp as well. It's the Molting Imp. Literally killed the Penitent Pressstone with it. Hell yeah. Punk Shredder, I do want to summon you, but you will die to the Penitent Pressstone as soon as I allow you to be summoned right now, so sorry about it, but for your own safety, I can't allow that to happen. Steadfast Crusader for 50 damage straight, and then we'll move Battle Dancer forward to trigger all of your shifts. Also, Battle Dancer has a shift gain Valor 1, so that additional shift is also triggering an additional time. So you're getting, from each shift, 14 Valor, which then represents 28 armor at end of turn. Sick. Actually, I can put Punk Shredder at the very back of this line now because the Penitent Breaststone is dead by the time you would try and attack. Extremely gaming. I want to play that Molten Gimp right now. Obviously can't do it, but I want it. Oh, hang on. Incant unit on that floor, making our life hard. I want to save as much HP as possible, but at what point am I just ignoring the better play for a Vengeful Shard? Like, I don't need to go sicko mode on this floor right now with, you know, 2 Just Causes and then a Molten Imp. I could get equally far with 1 Just Causes and a Molten Imp. Although I really want to reveal the Molten Imp to damage. Throw out a Vengeful Shard. That'll do it. Oh my god, Hall of Mirrors. Certainly not time for that. We'll actually hit our tramples through all of these enemies and take them out now. Fledgling Imp certainly feels like it contributes the most damage to this floor. But I have to admit, I do want the Collector. Yeah, so I'll move you to the front. And heck, I'll do the same up here as well. As for the final spike, the Hellhorn, worth playing. God, just imagine if I get a Transcendent on summon, repeat the summon effects, every summon effect of this combat so far. Ooh, I will incant here. Just to get rid of one of those units. Throw away one of these Queen Implings, as well as get another move on that next floor. Oh no, the Impling survived! On 1 HP? Oh, how dare you. Don't you know you were born to die? Move that one to the front. Then this one... Wait, hang on. Oh, I couldn't ascend it because the next floor is full. So it instead just advanced it to the front of the line. Perfect. Yeah, I definitely need multi-strike on that Battle Dancer at this point. With Trample and Multi-Strike, we should have pretty good 2 big dude protection. Decent amount of damage on the bottom line, but again, the bottom line is not actually our execution line. That's just a line that gets us a lot of value, whittles down a lot of enemies, and gives us enough time for this line to then completely take over. Double shift, double summon. Does anyone have a summon shift trigger of any kind? Higher jumper on summon, gain 4 energy. Hello. It's exactly what I wanted. Everlasting Light, 1 Ember, 3 damage. Equipment. On strike, apply Valor 2 to friendly units. If I had someone with multi-strike... Well, actually... It counts as a strike by our individual unit that's struck when you trample through, I believe. However, that's also not especially helpful here, because if the Battle Dancer does that and then tramples through, they're no longer wearing the Wind Blade. Well, actually, I was gonna All of Mirrors that floor, right? So why don't I then throw Everlasting Light on the other one? I will say, Begone, 2 Ember, retreat front enemy unit, apply melee weakness 1 to enemy units. All enemy units on that floor, that's pretty sick. I mean, obviously I would prefer another Wind Blade, so I'm not going to take the Everlasting Light. I will take a copy. Oh, I'm trying to thin this deck. What am I doing taking copies of Begone every... as soon as I figure out who's putting all these cards in my deck, oh, it's over for them. No duplicate spots here. That's really rude. Empyrean Well. Okay, the next 2 Empyrean Wells, if I consider them like obligatory, then I have a Merchant of Arms, which is really nice because I do want to hit my Hall of Mirrors with deployable. And then I've got a Merchant of Magic in the next area. So this would be my final area to hit a Merchant of Steel. So that's multicast and additional size for Steadfast as well as the Steelworker. That makes a bunch of sense to me. Upgrading with Valor 8 does just mean that Battle Dancer would dualism that, getting Valor 16, which is nice. It's nice, it's fine. Trample and Quick on the Battle Dancer. I really do feel like you would prefer multi-strike. But admittedly, multi-strike is the one other thing that I am thinking about for you. I will say, making the Steelworker 1 size so that it's much easier to keep you on the same floor. Oh my god! Oh no, I figured it out. With a pencil and a pen, I figured it out. It's, okay. So, Steadfast Crusader now is the defender for Queen on the bottom line, the Shardtail Queen. And then the line above it, when we have the Hall of Mirrors in the opening hand, we play Hall of Mirrors. It goes down from 7 size to 5 size. We play Battle Dancer, gets duplicated. Then we play Steelworker, it gets duplicated. Is that dumb? Maybe that's dumb. It's just if you're 1 size, you could get duplicated on that floor as well. Although I guess the same thing could be said of the Steadfast Crusader. Because obviously I still end up playing the Molting Imp, ideally on the bottom floor. Okay. Then reroll here. Multi-strike. Battle Dancer. Additional health. That feels like it's Steelworker. Endless. I don't think I need to make another one of you endless. Do I? If one of you could die, like if when you summoned you died, making you endless so that you go back to the top of the deck and then the multi-imp can summon you, like that could be kind of cool, but like I need to have the ability to kill my own imps to feel comfortable making them endless. Whatever. I'll just not play it in a revealed position if I don't think I'm prepared to draw it again next turn. Oh, graft an equipment from your deck onto a unit. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Battle Dancer is going to spawn with the Wind Blade on it now. That now means that when it gets hit with the Hall of Mirrors, it will already have equipped the weapon that I want both of them to have. Good lord. And we don't even know if the summon triggers an additional time for that. We don't even know if we end up with 3 of them, which might be the case. Well, that's great. Multi-imp, endless in the opening hand. Let's go. Perfect. Dies at the end of this turn. It's exactly what I want you to do. So Punk Shredder does need to go down, but to then Shredder at the back? Yeah. Now they've got Trample, they also survive this turn. Next turn we need to get the Battle Dancer at the very front so that I can gain that Valor in armor, but other than that we're already pretty well set up. Hell yeah. We got it. Rising Rage! Move one of these out of here for me, please. Also gaining a huge amount of Valor on that next line. Thank you kindly. And then, summon another multi-imp here. Oh, hell yeah, we even summoned the Fire Jumper. So I should just play out Fledgling and Welder Helper on a different line as well. It does feel like Fledgling Imp should at least go on this one, though. All of them on that floor. I need a good friendly spell for just retreating my own units now. Oh. Definitely not that if it reveals you to dying, friend. Steelwork is going to cop a lot of hits from this, unfortunately. But thankfully, that's not really the line we care about. Now that Battle Dancer's at the front, you can finally gain your armor in stacks, which is going to be truly insane for you. Actually, come to think of it, I'm not done with you. Cop even more valor. Our trampling damage on that next floor is now just really solid. Yeah, we're pushing through literally all of them in the first hit from the trample, and then the second is just directly to Kale. We can play out those Discordant Tolls, then also playing a Molting Imp in order to prevent a few more of the Discordant Tolls this turn. Unfortunately, we will still take one to the pyre, but that's okay. We don't need a perfect score. Just a winning run. I'm gonna just see how this works. Okay, so the summon trigger of the Hall of Mirrors, create friendly copy of friendly units on summon, does not consider itself to be a summon trigger. To be fair, I assumed it wouldn't, but there is an interpretation by which it could be. Yes. Ideal. I'm gonna pop a Hall of Mirrors here on the bottom line. And then hopefully thin down the space on the floor a little bit. God, if I could get important work, the ability to just sacrifice one of my own imps to draw cards and gain energy, no less. Oh, what work we could do. Okay, this is great. I'm gonna Rising Rage one of you out of here. Unfortunately, due to the spikes, we will be losing Punk Shredder, but that's okay. Then on this floor, I don't need that much energy from Fire Jumper, but double Fledgling Imp here actually would be sick. We'll just goes first. So they still die, but I'm pushing a lot more damage now. And it leaves me with another space that I can hit with Hall of Mirrors, Fledgling Imp in the next round. Nice. Unfortunately, the thorns on the enemy are really going to be the thing that kind of limits us here. Yeah. A lot of our units just kind of sacrificing themselves immediately on them. Thankfully, that truly does not matter. Get him. Oh, I'm loving having a backup line that's this strong. And also, we're about to hit the Merchant of Arms. Like, it's about to get stupid. Impalate. 1 Ember, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 20 times the number of imp units in your deck. Yeah? Alloy of the Ancients, 1 Ember consume, apply armor 25, also pretty good. Honestly, just a spell that deals 180 damage is hard to turn down. I know I need the draw. I know it. Oh gosh. Imp Parade, add a Fledgling Imp and a Welder Helper to your hand. Good lord. Should I take a copy of Imperialist? Kill all imp units, deal 20 damage per imp to enemy units? So that I can actually summon all these imps? I think so. Especially because I'm about to dupe an endless imp. Friendly units advance on strike. What are you? What are you doing? Hall of Mirrors, you gotta be in the opening hand. But also, after you're done, Hall of Mirrors, realistically, popping Imprisoned Zephyr on that midline does make a lot of sense. Empyrean Well, I mean, you can't just cheap the Battle Dancer again. Can you? No, I don't have enough size. I'd only be able to get 3 of them. 3 of them's fine, but 3 of them's also not game ending. Yeah, no, another copy of this bad boy. Putting 2 equipment cards into 1, stock plate mail. I mean, I could re-roll here, but realistically, I think I just hold on for the Merchant Trinkets next area, Merchant Magic next area. Spike 6, multi-strike. Okay, the Battle Dancers don't kill themselves immediately. They get pretty close, though. Double Shartail Queen. No space to play any imps ever. Just intrigued. Just intrigued by the possibility. Obviously not. Oh my god. Molting Imp, hello. Good to see you. The next line above us is going to get really nutty as well, but let's start here. I should summon 2 units on this bottom line, so Welder Helper there. Fire Chopper there. Molting Imp in front of everyone. In front of everyone, behind? That's fine. The Molting Imp will die at the end of the turn, because the Endless trigger thing. Okay. We're going for weakness, melee weakness on these enemy units, then 1 Steadfast Crusader go forward, causing all of the Valor triggers on the others. Next one go forward, causing all the Valor triggers on all the others. And then this one, go to the very front so that you can gain all of your armor in Valor. Perfect. So now the Penitent Prestones on the 2 floors that I operate on are dead. And we are ready to play the game. It's time to play the game. Definitely want to drop another fledgling imp on this line. Follow up finally with a molting. I'm gonna reveal... Oh. No, I'm not. As it turns out, that actually will cause lethal. I didn't think it was going to. Yeah, I still do want to chump with all of these units, ideally. Ah, Blight Corruption 6. That's the annoying part. Gotcha. That's fine. Someone else can hold that damage. That is absolutely me just on the top line clearing units out of the deck so I don't have to draw them again. I have more than enough endless imps and imps drawn per turn to summon imps until the day I die. Let's just course you to the very front. I do want to charge the other two, but I also need to get your Valor armor on you, so I'll wait for that to happen first. There's no more units in the deck for the multi-imp to summon now. Which is fine, it's more than already done its job. It's got all of the endless units in my deck circulating immediately. Prison Zephyr is going to be so insane on this floor. Backline, get him. Next line, get him. So many Valor triggers. Well, actually, realistically, hang on. Now that I know that it doesn't have additional units to summon, I do want to play 2 of the multi-imps on the bottom line. I honestly don't super care about the Fire Jumper, but it's fine. I'll summon it. Yeah, that's much more impactful. Oh no, everyone needs to actually attack for that to resolve. No! Okay, I need to get my weakest units at the front line, I guess? Yeah, weakest units at the front line. Okay, so you, and then you, and then you? We send a Molten Imp up to the next line as a chump blocker. It also triggers a bunch of moves. And a lot of those attacks caused additional movements on that field as well. Yeah. Yeah. This is an absolute shutout. It has been for a while. Oh my god, thank you. Fire jumper. Hang on. Gotta remember, I do want the energy. I don't care about the rage right now. But I do care about stopping those curses, so... we'll push through. Then 33 armor and 33 rage to the same target. Good to me. Wait, hang on. I need the backline unit to be the one that gets all of that additional rage and armor so that more movements and shifts trigger on that floor. I need the backline unit to be the one that actually gets the kill. And I guess I can summon a Fledgling Imp up here as well. Perfect. The more the units that get to attack, the many more Valor triggers we get. They double trigger. Oh god. This bottom line, yeah, this is not built to kill the boss again. do wonder how that bottom line is going to deal against Savagery, because he's got all of that charge. Trample, rather. Sorry, he's got all of those multi-strikes and those tramples. So he pushes through all of your units on the line. So, like, it will help me sacrifice my imps, but at the same rate, like, ugh, I do kind of need to give additional help by imps so that I don't just lose that bottom line. Unless I'm sacrificing the bottom line entirely. Ooh, Impish Scholar. On summon, return a random consumed spell to your hand. Yes, please. I mean, it's only Spike of the Hellhorn in the deck at the moment, which means that it will reliably get me the card that I can get 33 Rage and Armor with. Lead Songbird, Valor on friendly units grants an additional damage per stack. There's also Spike of the Banished. That could be my second X cost. My second consume, rather, that the Impish Scholar is here for. A bunch of Valor to a target could be relevant, especially because the Shardtail Imp is killing... Wait, hang on. So Shardtail Imp triggers at the start of this unit's turn. Yeah, so when this unit is going to act. So that means that at the resolve phase, you could be front of the line, or rather, you know, much more realistically, it's going to be the Steelworker, which means that that unit benefiting from having Valor is really good. Lead Songbird gives me more damage on a line that already has way enough damage. Damage is not the problem for that line at all. I'm trying not to solve the problems I've already solved. Merchant of Trinkets. Merchant cost reduced by 25%. We have enough money. That's a good idea to buy before I buy the other two things. Radiant Arms. When you equip a unit, apply damage shield 1, so the battle dancers literally just come equipped. And when you equip an angel, gain Rage 3, Valor 3, and Regen 3, so they come in with those as well. Sick. Insane. Attuned Whetstone. On deployment phase, draw an equipment card from your deck and reduce its cost to 0. Do I have any of those right now that aren't already in the deck? I don't. Well, hang on, I do. It's the Benedict's Bloodsuit, but obviously I don't want that. However, there's also Dante's Footstool. On deployment phase, draw a room card from your deck, reduce its cost to 0. It will draw me the Imprisoned Zephyr, but the thing is, I will have already played the double Battle Dancer and double Steadfast Crusader, so then I can play the Zephyr on that same floor. Also, Railhammer, when a friendly unit gains armor, it gains +4 stack. Obviously, we'll take that. Oh my god, -1 cost an intrinsic. Does anyone want that? Actually, -1 cost an intrinsic on Rising Rage is sick. And then holdover. Oh my god! I don't want a second copy of that now, do I? I don't think I do. Red spell to cost it. Oh, honestly, I wasn't trying to reroll there. That's an entire oopsie. I just got honestly excited and ahead of myself. Honestly. There is a world where I could get another Steelworker. Give a lot more armor to the bottom line every turn, but I think I can get away with chump blocks now that I have the Railhammer. This is really hard. I'm honestly leaning towards Welder Helper, literally just another, like, big block unit. But also, summoning Welder Helper kind of does suck. No, it doesn't anymore, because the units still die at the end of the turn. Yeah, just give me another copy of Welder Helper. Who has Welder Helper ever hurt? He's only there to help. Sarah, if you can stab me all you like, it's not. It's truly not gonna. All right, this is such an insane setup. Wall of Mirrors, double Battle Dancer, double Steadfast Crusader behind them, Imprisoned Zephyr, Chartail and Steelworker hit the bottom line. Spike of the Banished is ready to play this turn, by the way. Malting him. Yeah, we need the backliners to actually have an attack stat on them, despite the sapping. And then I can chump block next floor with a higher chomper. And then I do think I should give the Spike of the Banished to my main man, Steelworker. Summon triggers still happen, right? No. Oh, dear. Oh, dearie me. Well, that thing's a nightmare. I'm gonna Rising Rage to put it on a floor where it's just gonna die for having had the audacity to exist. Oh, hang on. I do actually want those units to get eaten by Imperialists, so I also do need to make sure that I play those later. You march to the front of the party, you just course to the front of the party. There we go. Spike the Banish has been played, but I haven't played my other X-Cast, so I don't think Impish Scholar can go down just yet. Fire Chomper. Yes. Still haven't gotten either of my Molting Imps, so I'm constantly expecting that I'm going to be able to kill the backliners much more easily than it turns out I am able to right now. There we go. I'll throw... Oh, no, you don't even get it? Oh, right, because you don't end up being the final unit at the front. Okay, this sounds a little complicated because I do want to get both of the Battle Dancers to actually pick up their armor from their Valor as well as trigger their Valor stacks as many times as possible. Okay, it's currently resolving that way anyway, so I'm just not going to mess with it. Because now that both of them do about 400 damage and have about 500 armor, it's pretty hard to kill us. Actually, hang on. I'm going to use the Welder Helper just to pump some additional armor onto our Steel Worker. You keep giving everyone else armor. It's about time you got some, buddy. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Oh, finally, we've got it. Oh, boy. Disables triggers and abilities, so I wouldn't even be able to kill you, Deafening Herald. Ugh. I'll just throw you to the next floor as a minion that I have to deal with. So that I... It has 2 additional to summon, that's great. Can do this. Oh, we're doing trampling on the bottom line now. That's where the punk is. That's where the punk shall be. That's another good argument against the lead lyricist, lead singer, Songbird, the one that gave 1 additional damage per Valor stack. Because I wouldn't necessarily summon it on the right floor just due to the Molting Imp. Although I guess I would be able to use Rising Rage, but then it would go to the front of the floor. I'm going to choose to raise you to the next floor. I guess I've already summoned out the other one, so I'll have to wait until I get my Endless unit back before I start playing the Spike of the Banished. My Endless unit's at the back of the next floor up. When will it die? Get out of here, buddy. I don't want to have to deal with your silence. throw away a couple imps on the top line. Certainly beyond necessary at this point. Alright. Bottom line, how we doing? That well, eh? Go down the fledgling. Multi in front of it. Summons a bunch of things. Bunch of damage to a bunch of people and units and stuff. Realistically, I only really care about this next floor. To the degree that I could actually just use Rising Rage to move Seraph Eternus to the next floor and then kill them. So I will. And kill all my own units on that bottom floor and then just watch them die on this one. God, that's so much valor. I'm so glad I have so much health as well, because we're gonna need it. I wonder if I should sacrifice the bottom floor. Maybe move my Shartail Queen to the midline so that I... Well... It's... Silencers will summon at the bottom floor, which is gonna be annoying. Silencers and Curse Givers will both spawn at the bottom floor, so I am going to need to put my Endless Guys there. Yeah, right. It's just the same resolution. Worth considering the other ones, though. At least every turn, these units will all have something to attack, so they're always going to be shifting, which is great. Cool. Penitent's Blood Suit for Savagery just taking 30 damage every turn is pretty sick. Hang on. I know this game, I've walked this floor. You are supposed to go there. You still go at the back of that. Wait, hang on. Not the back of that line. Front of that line. It's very important it's the front of that line. Because then you don't end up at the front of the end. Right. Then... Molting Imp does get played on this bottom line. But you get played at the back because I can still reveal you. Yeah, you give the additional armor to the Steelworker, which is important here. But I can still reveal you by moving you up into the front of the next line, which is also a bunch more valor. Spike of the Banished. Oh, we summoned out the Pyre Chomper, so I've already got you. Cool. I will use that to gain valor on the Steelworker. You're gonna need it. Oh, I'm so glad to have one of my endless units now. Get him. Get him, Molting Imp. I'm gonna summon the Pyre Chomper. Wait. Oh. Yeah, I do. This is actually annoying. Wait, do I have another Welder Helper in the deck? I do. How much do I need it? Not especially. Okay. Pyre Chomper. Good molting imp. Hang on. Just before I use that Impelate, can I play that on the top floor? Can I literally just be like, get domed? I can, but you have 3 more spell shield on you. Okay, I'm never realistically gonna dome you then. We'll shields for one of you, march for another one of you, and then I do think Rising Rage on all my own units would make a lot of sense here as well, literally just for additional triggers. There you go. Also, I have my slams again available, which is just more movement for that floor. Uh-huh. Okay. Multi-imp time. Oh, that'll loop you! That'll loop you! I can ascend Savagery to get you to the next line down here. Which admittedly will deal a decent amount of damage and actually be annoying. But also, it will avoid you dealing 5 damage directly to the pyre. I don't know, buddy. Sounds like a good idea to me. Also, like, huge amount of additional, oh, huge amount, 2 additional shift triggers for you, so another 60 damage for free. As long as I'm generating enough armor to consistently survive the Rage Wing, we're fine. I'm gonna move the Ragewing Assassin up, because it's realistically the only actual problem. Some units to kill it quickly. Gain a bunch of Ember, and I guess I'll use Spike of the Hellhorn to give armor to the Shardtail Queen, because you don't really get it otherwise. Oh my god, we push so much damage there. The real downside is these 2 Ravenous Zealots now are going to the top line pretty much uncontested. That's actually really bad. Well. That's hopefully someone else's problem. Oh, more Impish Scholars. I didn't know I had more Impish Scholars to be summoned. Okay, so update check. Savagery almost completely owned. Entropy almost completely owned. Dominion unscathed. Moisturized. Having a fun time. Oh, this is fun. I'm gonna move you to the top, and then I'm gonna immediately have the pyre attack, taking you out. Nice. We're gonna take another... Oh boy, it's not just 18 damage, is it? It's 32. Yikes. That said, not happening again. It only happened because we had a unit that's... in Savagery that was not capable of passing damage backwards because it had thousands and thousands of health at the time. 3 turns away from killing Dominion at this point. Melee weakness, 120 units. That'll actually save us a turn on that top floor as well. Melee weakness against the enemy. Wow. Where are they getting all these Impish Scholars from? They keep summoning 2 additional Impish Scholars, and I could have sworn my entire deck was out of Impish Scholars. I didn't make the Impish Scholars endless, did I? How are you getting back in this goddamn deck? Not that I'm sad about it. It's just... What? I'm confused about it, maybe. Maybe. Wait, now I got 2 copies? I don't understand what happened. I'm just gonna use them to cheat. There we go. Savagery, no health left. Entropy, no health left. Top line, 1 more turn, no health left. Oh, finally, I managed to save the Steelworker. I just wanted him to live. It's just a chill dude. I just want him to survive. Highlight means end of round is the end of the game. Those and that. Where are you getting all these? Oh, fledgling imps this time. I guess, yeah, because I'm generating one every turn. That makes some sort of sense. There's a bunch of them left in there. I don't understand. There's so many Impish Scholars. Where are you getting them from, buddy? I don't have them in my deck anymore. Your turn. And those are the Titans. That's all they wrote. Fun clan combination, that. A lot of control over positioning, which is something that's often otherwise lacking in Imp and Chump sacrifice decks like it. Hellhorn has leveled up to Last Stand. One of the multipliers in the game. 3 Ember consume double the amount of rage on friendly units. And Gurg's Go, demon units get multi-strike 1. A thing I've already had, so I guess you can have it without unlocking it? Dark Deal, love this spell. 0 Ember, deal 5 damage, apply rage 7. And Alpha Fiend. 2 Ember, 3 size, on strike, gain 15 damage. Banished to level 9, getting the death. Whoa, 4 Ember, 1 size, death metal Hymnist. Enchant, grant multi-strike 1. Hell yeah. On our way to about half of all cards mastered at this point, 240 out of 4, well, actually more than half rather, 240 out of 436 of them. And getting ever closer to getting banished up to level 10. Second of our clans to get there after Pyreborn. Next episode, I'll probably either play Stygian Guard or Remnant, Melting Remnant that is, rather. They're alternate heroes with either Lunar Coven or Lazarus League. I don't think I'm going to pair Stygian Guard Lunar Coven again just immediately, because it seems like such an obvious pairing. But maybe I will, I don't know. Let's leave that up to tomorrow. What? No cutscene? I feel robbed. Until tomorrow, where I hope I earn another one. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left series playlist for all of my content with Game Pass. Press for YouTube recommendation down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out about the thank to, and a special thanks this episode to Jazzy. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.